Well, here we go. Part one of me restoring my lawnmower at home here. I done already started the project, unfortunately, before I got the idea to start recording it, taking some pictures and stuff. So I had to scrape this out, scraping tool here, and cleaned up most of that. I'm gonna paint it if I can. I'm gonna wash it off here. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Make a couple parts in tops red. I started painting it a little bit, see what it would look like. I was like, well, I better wash it first before I waste my time painting it. Here's the handlebars up close. Those are a mess. I sanded them down a little bit with scraping tools. Needs a little more right here on the inside. I can feel flaky finger popping rust. That's still not ready yet. So I'm still doing a little work to it this morning. Went ahead and cleaned that and prepped it up. And it's got its its second coat on the top. No coats on the bottom. I'll probably use the rest of the paint on the bottom. I retouched up this morning. It's drying. It's probably about dry. Yeah. And took all the hardware off the body. I haven't done anything to the engine block yet. Probably just wipe it off, clean it up real good. Sort of like that. Just go around and wipe the engine block off while it's nice and separated. Then you can get in here and get shit like this. Get all the little dirt. It'll come right back as soon as I start mowing grass again. But this is years of build up. And I mean, I did wash it and stuff as I was using it sometimes. This is a known working mower. It was working last year. It's just been sitting in storage all winter. The oil's old. We're not really all that. So let's get on to that oil change then. Taking over the GOP because the GOP just that's pretty much all I can do to the body right now. Around whatever. So I probably need to take the gas tank and stuff off of it too before I do this, so the oil don't backflow up into it. Does this come out? All right, yeah, it does. There we go. We'll take our muffler off. Just threads off. Yeah, look at the oil. I think we got some leaks in the seals. That's probably one reason it won't run in so hot no more. So yeah, there's something to look forward to buying. More stuff. So a lot of this stuff works just fine. It just needs to be cleaned and all that good. Let's see. I want to expose this again. Is that the right one? All right. Check out that head corrosion. A lot of carbon gunk. And the oil, you can see where the seal was not holding. So I think, yeah, I made the right call getting the gasket for it. The oil in it isn't too bad. I had changed it a year or so ago, so it's still kind of clean. But I know it's dirty and grungy. You can see it. You can see the grunge. I don't know if you can see it in the thing there. I'll bring it to you. All right, let's flip it over for real quick. I don't think you're supposed to do this, but I don't know exactly where the drain hole is. I'm trying to see if I can locate it. And this plate may have to come off. It might just be easier to take it, drain it using the oil fill hole instead. We'll try that because I don't see a drain plug for this one. It is draining. Well, we could probably speed this process up by draining it out of both ends. So now that I know that it does drain, maybe it needs to be at a slightly high. I think I have to elevate this side to make it drain is what it is. We're going to speed up the process here by simply pouring it out the top. Much easier to do it this way, I'm telling you. All right, we'll let that hang out there. As you can see, it made a mess on the bottom there. That's fine, though. It's metal. It likes oil. It's been needing this for years, probably. Most people don't even clean their mowers like this, I bet. They just throw them away. It broke. Oh, well. This one isn't broken. It still works. It just won't run in very well. It sounded pretty rough. Lose power sometimes, depending on the gas or the mood of the mower. I was pretty sure something was beginning to wear out. So this is my attempts to keep it from wearing all the way out. throttle rod. There we go. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. And there's the gas tank, the carburetor. That's going to require some other stuff. All right. All right, we're back for the next installment. It's just a few minutes later. I changed the camera around, put you nearby the work site so you can see what I see a little better. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and focus on cleaning some of this gasket stuff off while I'm letting the oil drizzle out of it. Oh, that works a lot better. You should be able to see it there, the shiny difference. Pay attention to this area right here, for example.
Now, their form of libertarianism is going out throws labor. Tyranny, gene stealer.
It ain't leaving black on my hands as much. So that's just kind of burned in there. And there's probably something I can put on here that eats this stuff off, I would think. Or maybe you just have to, when they burn, you got to buy a new piston head. I don't know. But I know I made 10 minutes of video so far. So anyway, let's turn it up again. Do an oil check. See how much oil's left. Should be pretty low, if not empty by now.
Israel or by a Jewish organization? I mean, generally, I think those groups. You can be an atheist. I mean, this is my reading of it. I'm obviously not Jewish, ethnically or otherwise, so I don't know. But my reading of it is that you can be an atheist Jew, you can be a religious Jew, but you can't be a Christian Jew.
Looks pretty darn empty to me. Let's clean the dipstick.
I'm going to call my kid. What's funny is as I'm sitting here on the computer, I can actually see when my kid is playing something on Steam, so I know he's playing Metro 2033. So
oh, yeah, only Metro.
But they
going back to the 20s. Back in the 20s.
Most of the hockey team went to jail for and now you have
it's bone dry.
The Conservative Party, the Progressive Conservative Party, and the Liberal Party, and all these
good enough. The base of it. Some of them are already in there. That was back. Okay.
I think he might try it. He might be thinking about it. He might have
there we go. The base of it. So I won't be able to do much else. But I do have an air filter coming along to replace the one that was in this case right here. It's coming in the mail. I threw the old in the garbage. That's how ruined it was. Full of oil. It was tattered like something been chewing on the outside of it. So that was going in the garbage can. The spark plug was still decent, but I don't want to replace it anyway. Hopefully next time you see this, it'll be clean. So there you go. That's completes this part of the series for now.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty funky looking, but that's common. That happens to them all. So I'm just gonna hit it with the scraper like this. And I got the rag I was using earlier. It's to cool off, and it's not soaking wet. It's just damp. But it's actually helping it out. I can see a noticeable improvement already. Let's go a different direction. Yeah, maybe some oven cleaner might be worth getting a little bit of that. Some other parts, I bought the hole, everything else that needed sanding out here too before painting it. I painted that side of it. Let's give this side some scratches. I mean, it's already looking better than it did the other day. I'd brush up, get all that stuff out right here at least. I decided I'm gonna go ahead and take a magneto coil off here and the other pipe beneath it so I can get at this crevice beneath. It's so funky. And a little later in the evening, I'll just sit here looking at it like, well, I got the time, huh? I'm such a lazy pants, and go on and just take that thing off. It's easy. Put the extension on, and I got the up close tripod. So sorry about the previous footage there. I'm going clip making madness with this thing since I got this tripod. Trying it out. I've been editing the videos that I've been made so far. It's already like an hour. So I've been condensing it down and cutting it out of a lot of the just small talk and back nonsense story that people probably would give two craps to hear. Go straight to try to stay focused on doing the work at hand. Okay, it looks like we got a clip here. Does that slide off a probe, a little prong? I hope it does. Looks like it might. It's not wanting to play nice. Anyway, I don't think I have to worry about. I'm gonna put it back, hopefully right away in the same segment. I just want to take it off here because it's really easy. See, it's practically falling off the thing. As you can see, let's get you. Yeah, see all the spunk. It's pretty nasty. We'll clean all that up. I had to put it back in there so I wouldn't lose it, but actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it out for now while I clean this up. Then I'll put it back in. Oh wow, that's cool. It was holding there, or what was going on there? I mean, it was just hanging there anyway. It goes like that. It's kind of a no-brainer. I'm just trying to figure out what fell off. I guess it was just the way that thing was hanging. It caught me by surprise. All right. What can we see now? Oh wow! Right, can we just get some light on that? Look at that thing. So that's what that pipe was going into. That's interesting. It's pretty filthy looking. This is really covered with the stuff. All right, just we'll use a paper towel on this part. It's a little funky there. Fetch my tool bag. I think we'll use for these things. I also have a paintbrush. It's also handy for stuff like this. It gets in there. It's looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna get some paint it all. Paint all this at least. Just put like a piece of cardboard over this. Just hold it there, and then soil paint it. Yeah, I like that toothbrush. I need a new one. I don't know. I sanded this part out earlier with the brush. And like that. Got what I could. It was dirty right here. I'm gonna clean it with some warm water real fast. I got me a bucket of warm water. Everything that you need. I went and got some paint today. Got a new can. This is just flat. I'm going flat this time. Can also use it to paint another thing. Help cover up all scratches and stuff that's been acquired over the years, at least for a little while. All right, we gotta let that dry off. We'll dry wipe this piece. I painted this the other day. You'll probably see, but then we'll get to see it outside in some good camera light. Not that crappy indoor lighting. That's right, Coco. You get in on it too. Let's see, let's kind of go over the top part here, like the tire.
You're missing a lot of red spots.
Where? Right here?
No, right there.
Right here? Oh, yeah.
And there's one beside it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I don't want to get too thick. And then it's
There we go.
gonna make
There's
a
one over
room.
there. No,
The shroud. really don't want to paint all that up. It'll help it. We'll put that rag over it. So we can. What about our annoying doggy? He loves coming outside. She can't be off her chain. And he would, but he don't like her running around and bothering the neighbors. Sometimes I'll let her loose, but only if I let her run around with the cord on her so I can catch her easy. And then she just gets stuck in everything. Oh, sorry about the pause there, or transition. I went inside real quick and got this. Instead of cutting it off, I was like, you know, we can let it run. Go in there real fast. There's some tape put over my Murray stick. I can't peel it off, so covered up. Kind of leave one side alone. Hang out for a few minutes. I'll check over. I'm sure I didn't get it all, but I could take this little thing off too. Man. Yeah, it's super dirty though. Down more stuff to clean. Wow. I don't even think it really took any of the paint I just put on it all. Yeah, it's fast drying stuff. Just let it dry off for a minute. Hit the gas tank. It's kind of got a whole lot of money in this thing. You can do it this way and save some time. And save yourself some money. Cleaning up the lawnmower. Making a video of it. Just for fun. Uh-oh, here comes more of them flyovers. Let's see what we got this time. Damn wind. I hate March. It's the suckiest month of the year. Here we come. Oh, it's a little milk. Oh, too much. I really need to run down. This section here. I don't know if they don't have a primer. That's what I'm missing. But it won't work. If it does, it won't stay. If I put on coat, and that'll be my primer, yeah. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to let it sit. I can't mess with it no more. Curves in the wind. There we go. If I may add any more, it's gonna make it ugly. Yeah. Just rough around the edges is all. Alright, set them in the dry. Like the gas tank is drying and very outside. I think it's on, it goes on there like that, so see how the back's rustier than the front. I guess it won't paint it at all. Alright, that's all I can do to that. Clean this piece up. Alright, so the paint's been dried up enough now. Come back and check again. See what we missed. Looks pretty good. A little bit here. The sun's kind of going under the clouds there. Behind the clouds, rather. Flip this one over. that side of it. That was the original facing front side. It's got a little bit on top here. That was the bear side. The gas tank didn't have bears. Just literally 5 minutes ago, we just wipe off. Now it ain't coming off. There's my priming coat. Oh, I gotta wait for 1 minute. Yeah, I think it'll be better than factory. I don't know about all that, but still. I was trying to do some holiday right here. I had to get back up here and I found some stuff that's flaking. I peeled it back. So, oh, it went all the way back to metal. So I did that while it was paused. Well, I tried to pause it off. So I had to make a new clip. That's how it goes. If I showed you the whole thing, you'd be here for hours, man. I'd make a 6, 7, 8 hour long video. All the elements of stuff that hits the cutting room floor and these things. Okay. I'm allowed the paint to dry for a few more minutes. That's what we've got so far. In the backyard paint shop. Paint tarp. So that's how you can do it without destroying your yard too. Just fold you over an old raggedy tarp. Now you see why I had to buy a new one though. Oh yeah, this one ain't gonna be no count. I'm done with this project. So. Yeah, there you go. It's a good angle. Let's get a close shot. Need any additional loving? Maybe the bottom. I never did paint the bottom, but I had to wait for this part to become tacky enough. Yes, it's dry. It dries really quick. It's like 5 minutes. All right. So, yeah, something in front of it. Just kind of block the wind a little bit. Note to self: don't paint on a windy day. All right. Let's see how well it did. I think we're good. I don't want to overload it with paint. That looks good. Yeah. But it was just to hide the scuffs and scars that it had. A little. Oh wait a minute. There's one. Right here I missed. Yeah, no. There we go. All right. Hang out and dry. Yeah, that's good. Cleaned it real nice. Wish all of it would clean up like that. All right. I'm gonna get my drying rag out. Is it too soon? No, actually, it's dang. It's almost dry. It's dry enough. You know. I'm gonna take that out. Now, dry it off a little bit. Feel wet. Okay. Sit a minute. Inside turned out real good too. Despite being all crusty looking, the paint helped it out a lot. It looks new. Show it to you if I can. Pretty good. Alright. Dang, it's alright. Now we're out in the backyard, in the junkyard. Scrap lawnmowers, reign supreme. See, there's some older ones that's been there for a long time. I don't know nothing about them. This one here is it's in pretty good shape, but it's got something's wrong with it. See, it's primer bulb missing there. Did give away something's wrong with its carburetor right out the gate, and mine's not in this. It's not as in rough a condition. Though this is a nice mower. Maybe someday I'll get around to fixing this one up. I didn't realize it was back here. Anyway, it's the reason I'm interested in it is its wheels. I don't have to buy any, yay. They match mine. This one's off my mower. So what I was going to do is take the other tires from my mower, the ones that don't match. I probably got them off some other one, and put them on this one. That way it still has something. They're the same size. They are. I measured them. And they look different. Their outer diameters match up. That's why I was using them. So now we can have it in factory, have it factory look. So I'm gonna go ahead off camera, remove all this, swap these out, and Maybe I'll make some footage of me cleaning these tires up or something. Because there's no way to set the tripod up and get good footage of me removing. I just tried it and it didn't work out. So we'll see you after this. Okay, we're back from the outside. I went ahead and got the tires laid out. You didn't miss much as far as swapping around. It was pretty quick and simple, despite them being all rusty and crusty. I had so much practice doing the ones on my mower here that it made them pretty much no problem at all. So we'll start out. They're not pretty not that clean. They're pretty dirty. So we're gonna drop them all in this bucket of hot water I got here, so they can all kind of be soaking. This one here's a little crunchy. I don't know why I didn't grab the brush while I was inside. Why I went through the trouble to get them. But you probably already can see them from the get-go there. But they look the same, and the wear level ain't too bad. This one here ain't too bad either. It's not covered in dirt. Get all 4 of them in here. And there's the bolts for them. Set them to the side. Thought you'd like to see all the hardware laid out. Actually, you know what? Why not? I mean, shit, load them in there too. Let's wash it all. Let's take it all. I should have took them off. We'll get there. They done fell to the bottom now. All right, so we're gonna give them a good old agitation here. Each one. Get that dirt break loose. Yeah, I'm continuing along here. Just kind of paused the video there. Did a few of them. And all, I'm near the end here. We're going to take them outside here in just a second. Had them in the bucket soaking for a few minutes here. Help break up the grease and dirt. And you got the bolts in there. Let's take them apart. Old hose. Still though, that's much improved. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pour out the soap water. Just put some cold rinse water in there. I don't know, that one needs some more. Some clean rags. Let's see what we get out of that. As you can see, we got them all matched up. And the only thing I got left to do now is go through all the bolts here, take them out, and go through the process like this. Yeah, we'll set these over here out of the way. And go through the process and see how clean it looks now. After sitting in there a few minutes, it's been there probably 10, 15 minutes. And that's the axle bolts and all their hardwares and washers and nuts that go on here are all in the bucket. So I'll go ahead and take care of them and I'll be right back. All right, we're back again for another round of stuff to do to this lawnmower. And I'm a little more prepared now. Some of the stuff got here. The gasket is on its way. It is probably show up tomorrow, even if it isn't the right one. But I went ahead and finally got paid, so I was able to go ahead and get the next stage of stuff for it. And that includes pretty much everything except that gasket. We got the new filter right here, already in its little shell. I just took the top off so you could see it. But it's ready to go back into service again. Then I also picked up some sandpaper because I was like, you know what? I just can't leave these pieces like this. It's just driving me crazy. So I want to do a better restoration than that, right? So I'm going to try to give these things a go over with some high grit sandpaper. The rough stuff. See, we're going to start back at step 1. And looks like an asphalt shingle. But anyway, then we're going to take some of that to these parts. Hopefully the sandpaper will be able to finish most of this stuff off and get in the crevice here where I just can't get with some brushes and things and chemicals. I didn't have the funding to go buy any WD this time or any solvents, unfortunately. So the sandpaper was one thing. And I did pick up the top coat color for the plate. And also picked up some more of this gloss. I think I'm gonna make the accessories. I'm gonna paint this engine block. As you can see, I prepped it a little bit. I got the whole stuff. The head of the engine's taped over. Like I said, I'm not gonna paint it all. I'll probably hit the bottom of it up with some sandpaper. See if we can clean that up. Take the bolts out. Start by opening this up. So there's 10 sheets inside, so we just need one for now. They had bigger sheets of it, but this was like $5. I was like, this is like more. This should be enough for this project. I don't think I need the industrial 50 pack. We'll start with this thing because it's number one, right? We want this to be the best it can be. I don't want to go super crazy on it. I don't think it hurts it. No, that did get some of that crustiness off of it. No, it's stainless steel, looks like. So yeah, you can't really paint this. That spirally look. Yeah. What do you reckon? It's nice and scratchy. Well, so we'll give this thing a go. It doesn't seem to come apart, at least not any easily way. It's figured it would thread out, but it's not doing that. Sanding tool would be ideal. But for so few parts, I was just like, well, we're doing it on the poor man's budget here. I am the sanding machine. There it is. I cut all that unnecessary wait time out for you. There, there it is. Put it back on. It doesn't have the curve thing to it, but they say it goes up. That way. The curved edges go up. And it should spin this way while it's in operation. I'm thinking. Is it? Yeah, let's make sure it fits. I don't want to be a dummy and be like, all right, here's that. We're going to put the blade on it. It's like, oh, it doesn't fit. No, it fits. 20-inch mower. Yeah. Yeah, that's like, that's how inaccurate, but yeah, it's definitely the right size. I had bought a 21-inch blade from Home Depot because it had the exact right hole. The mulcher blade hole, like my old blade, matching the two little holes, matching everything. I was like, all right, found it. I was like, I sure hope it's 21 inches. And then I get all the way home, I was like, clang, clang. It's lays on the bottom of it. It's actually sat on each side of the deck from side to side. So I was like, oh. This one here is a universal 20-inch blade. It does have the shape of my adapter. Only when you put it on the bottom of the motor. All right, there you go. See, it fits in there. And then I get this adjustability here. And they give you hardware and all that to, I guess, screw it down if necessary. New washers. That's what this is. But I don't need this for this. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't need it for that. All right, back to the sanding. Enough blade story time. If I had more time today, I'd go through and do it. But by the time I get done sanding all this, it's already 5. Getting a pile of juice there, though. That's getting better. It's too bad I can't get this, at least get the outer handle off of it. All we can do is get this, what we can get from here. And I was hoping maybe some of these pieces of hardware here will fit some of these things and replace. See, like we got these flat washers. That's what goes on the inside of that. It's all crunchy looking. It's solid. I mean, I sand it. But we got this bag of stuff. Let's see what's compatible. What's not. I got some stuff that's compatible with it. But I got some duplicates of these here in particular are of interest because on the wheels, yeah, here's one of them. I believe we got a new replacement for this. It's not even probably the intention. I don't think that's why they included them. But dang if they don't work here though. Yeah. I'd say it's a little thicker. Alright, I wonder how you want to take a little strip of it like this. Let's try this out. Pretty sure it's how I'd do it. Take and roll it up like that into a little tube. And go inside. Then just spread it on down. Expand out a little bit. Just gently spin it. Fingers crossed. Hope for the best, you know. Alright, now we're going to take one of the, as I sanded this one, I do believe. Wow. Dang, it went almost all the way down to the bottom. With just my fingers this time. Well, that's an improvement. Let's try that on one of the axles and stuff. These things here are like that. Pretty rough. Unless these are the bolts that go there, and the bolts here go on this. Let's try the reverse. See what happens with the new sanded bolt. Oddly enough, that fits surprisingly well too. And it fits incredibly well. Okay, well maybe we're gonna have a change of plan here. The bolts I thought were for this are really they're an axle bolt. They fit that axle just fine. Let's try that because they seem more suited for this application right here. It's for holding this together. I mean, they look like they belong together. Right. That's what I'm gonna do with it because I don't have any instructions or nothing to go by here. I'm doing this just like, how's it go? Even to get, the way it was assembled before, it could have been incorrect. And that's what I'm trying to figure that out as I go now. So we're just taking it all back apart at this point. Because the wheels are all the same. So I got to sand all these little pieces of hardware anyway. So they're going to get crisscrossed, but now I have a better idea of where I want to put them when it is time to assemble this stuff. Alright. Still sanding away here. I jumped in time on you, son. That was on purpose, just to speed it along for the viewer there. So far, I done sanded the magnet thing, or well, we don't call it a transformer. What it looks like, half of a transformer. We'll just call it the inducer. And the electrical inducer is all cleaned up. It did pretty good. I figured that would come back pretty good. And I went over these a little bit more, but I'm just looking at them like, yeah. I skipped on past them because they seem good enough. They're shining up, and I think I'm just seeing paint, so I'm just going to paint, like wash them and then paint them. Sanded all four of the bolts here. And in the process, I discovered that what's can throw me off so much is one of them is shorter. That's the oddball, and I got an oddball axle bolt. That's what's happened. I don't know how I did that. But it's pretty close. I think I'll just use it in the front, and I'll use two of these for the back, and then the front just have a slightly off axle on one. All that. But yeah, the bottom was pretty nasty looking. The only thing nasty was the bolts. The four rusty bolts here. That one's got some oily stuff on it. Not too worried about it. I doubt I'll paint this because it's underneath, sits right there underneath it. It wasn't painted prior, so I'm not, maybe there's no reason to paint this. I don't know. If I have some spare paint, maybe I'll throw some on there after I mount it. But I don't want to waste it on that. I don't have to. All right. Well, there you go. Just a little update for you. I still got to go through and fiddle with all this and work on the gas tank. Take a razor blade to it. It's probably going to scratch off the paint on the top there in a couple of spots, but oh well. That's why I bought some more. All right. Here's the gas tank. I butchered the sticker. Trying to get that thing off there, but I guess they really don't want you to take it off of there. It's got some basic information. You can barely read it anymore. I can make out the model year, some displacement, barely. Can't really read it. And so I started scraping it off, but I gave up on it. Man, I cannot get this thing off of here. Even with a razor blade, check it out. I was going to paint it. I was going to go ahead and paint it. I was going to show you the before here. From a razor blade. I'll just lay it over here. There it is. So I can show you what's going on with this thing. I mean, the blade is used, but it ain't that used. It should peel a sticker off, you would think, but it's just, maybe I have to attack it from this side. It doesn't give you much. You can peel off a little section at a time and it breaks. It's like super thin plastic with a foil back, and the foil and the plastic are both super thin, so it's super easy to break it. So the best I could think of is just paint over it. All right. So there we are now. It's a little while later. I'd say it's quite a while later now. It's the same evening here, Thursday this time. Earlier I was talking about painting it and all that, and I was debating on what I wanted to do with today or not. So in order to speed up the process, I didn't bother filming any of that because that would have slowed me down with my limited daylight. So I went ahead and primed everything, or final coated the accessories basically here. This went over the engine block like I had planned on doing. I can't touch it. And it looks dry-ish, but I don't think it's dry all the way. So what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna let it cure overnight. And then tomorrow I'll come over. Hopefully my gasket will show up tomorrow for the front of it here. I even painted this thing, which I think I did pretty good with it. Just flipped it over. I didn't mask this part on the other side. I didn't need to though. I feel like it's at the stage where it's not sticking to my finger, but if I press into it, it'll leave like noticeable indentions and smudges. And if I wait patiently and let it dry, it'll feel more like a plastic coating. I also didn't do anything to the bottom of it either. All I did was sand it a little bit, lightly in a few spots, see what effect it would have. And I was like, all right, we'll do that. We'll mess with that later. So I may revisit the bottom if I have enough paint. Or even elements that's just tacky doing shit like that. All right, let's see if we can do this without making an ugly mess out of it. I don't expect the paint to really stay on these parts. I might even really give it that much. One more or less concerned part you see. Ow. What the hell? Strange paint. Quite misty too. Alright, there you go. A few minutes later, a couple minutes later, there's paint going around it real quick. Spraying, I coated it on there real thick. It's definitely see the flakes and stuff. It's hard to get it all without a tool. But it looks better. It ain't dry yet. It looks a little better already. I'll probably keep going around it. After it dries, I'll hit it again. This here, I guess I should have hit it more with the sandpaper. I just kind of went over it, licking a promise. I didn't really get on it real hard. I was like, knock the crunchies off, right? It'd be good. So, there you go. There's that stage. Oh, I forgot to add this just a moment ago. Here's a view of the handlebars. I went over them with some sandpaper and sanded all the other paint I put on it down until I could start to see metal shining. There's some holes in it, one spot. But that definitely feels much better than what I had before. Lord, man, that's like, wow, that is night and day. All right, and we're back. The house is after everything's been treated. The poor man edition, basic sand and sandpaper did improve things dramatically for a lot of these services. And this here's the old gasket. I'm still waiting for the darn gasket. Darn shit, speed is all terrible. But anyway, here's how everything turned out. There's the other side of the head plate now. There's the painted side. Here's some up close footage of the finished, painted, restored block. Let me turn the light on for you too. Makes it shine better there. All right. Yeah, we did outside. It was windy and the sun's done went down there. Kind of clouded up on me there, so it's pretty decent. I mean, I couldn't get every speck of dirt out of there. That would be nice if I had the socket for that. I could have took this crown off and all. That would have allowed me to clean it up thoroughly. The piston head turned out pretty decently too. It's all shine up as good as I want to get it anyway. I don't want to go crazy on it. It looks nice. The keyhole there at the top, I guess that's the oil key. See it. There you go. There's the gas can. It's shining and glossy as it can be. Let me handle it with one of my rags so I ain't fingerprinting it all up. I'll keep it showroomy looking, at least for the final assembly here. I'm ready to do it, but yeah, there you go. That was the unpainted backside. It looks pretty good now. And then getting anything in there or messing any of that up. Good. All the little accessories and stuff are laid out here. Hopefully you can see it pretty good. I wasn't sure how well these were going to turn out at first. But considering how crunchy and rusty they looked before, they feel good. They feel like they got a rubbery plastic coat on them now, which is what I was going for. Almost like the day we got it. Not exact, but close. And once that gasket arrives, everything's ready to go, I'll reassemble it. We even got the gas can. I got mine cleaned up and got the chainsaw fuel out of it because it's mixed fuel, and cleaned that up, washed it out, and it's ready to go. I don't have any gas in it yet, but I'm gonna get some soon. When I'm ready to mow grass, I'll just get some then. And give it an oil change, new upgraded spark plug. All the parts have been sanded, painted, and renewed. And yeah, the deck is a little crunchy in some spots, especially in the center. I wanted to sand it, and my mind back now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I should have my mechanics it and just sanded the hell out of that with whatever means was necessary to get it back to the metal. That would have made an outstanding finish when it was done. So smooth and no roughness, but I don't know if you can see it with my low quality movie maker output, but in the original footage here, I'm sure it's clear as day. You can see all the parts there. There we go. That's a pretty cool way to do it. Just kind of pan you over it. It's way better than doing it with my bare hand. It's like a leveler to it. Cool. There you go. How do you like that?